Hello guys and welcome to Medis Tech Circle here. This is one of the first kind question and answer videos on my channel. So please give me feedback when you watch this video down in the comments how you like this video. So let's begin. So the most question I receive from you guys is, when does the Galaxy S7 Edge receive Android 8.0 official over the air? And my question always was that I suppose that it will be somewhere by end of March, mid-April, or maybe also early April. But some days ago we got some fresh information for this, because on the Samsung Turkey Samsung support site there were some interesting new information, and there were three phones, so the Galaxy S7 Edge, the Note 8 and the Galaxy A3 2017, and you can see on this page the actual firmware and the planned upcoming major Android upgrade, and also a expected release date for the next Android version. And for the Galaxy S7 Edge it's the 13th April, so it's the 13th April. And so we can stay tuned if this gonna happen. So if the 13th April will be a rollout date for the Galaxy S7 Edge. So I will definitely leave the link of this information from samemobile.com down in the video description. So you can also check out on yourself this fresh information. But you will have to keep in mind that depending on your carrier and on the region where you are living, it could be on a different date. And as you may know, manufacturers never deliver an update to every devices at once. So they always do this in steps. So first of all, they select a country with maybe unbranded devices, and these get the update first, and so on. So it can take longer than the 13th April. So it could be after this. So it could be, or it may also be, that your Galaxy S7 Edge, depending, like I said before, on which carrier you are using it and in which region, that it will just came or will be released in May 2018. So you will have to wait a little bit longer. And sorry for you guys from the United States with the Snapdragon variant, because we have seen this last year with the Nougat update, that Snapdragon devices from Samsung are always, they have to wait a little bit longer than users with the Exynos variant. So the next question also I've read a lot is if the ROM Android 8.4 and Android 8.0 is also for the flat Galaxy S7, so for the SMG 930F or the SMG 930FD, so the dual version. And the answer is no, it's not, because the ROM, the firmware Android 8.0 was accidentally pushed out to a user with a Galaxy S7 Edge. So now you may think, but the differences, there are no differences because between the flat S7 and the S7 Edge. And yeah, that's right. From the hardware side there are no differences, but from the software side there are some differences. And it may be possible to modify the leaked firmware to make it available for the flat S7, but I don't know if it's easy, and I don't know if it's worth it, because in maybe less than a month or a little bit more than a month, your Galaxy S7 will get this update officially. So yeah, guys, with a Galaxy S7, just wait, chill, relax, then you will get this update. And the next question I also have read sometime is if it's worth it to install or flash the ROM. And yeah, that's a difficult question to answer, because it depends on you how you how you know to flash. So if you are a professional flasher, so if you have flashed many ROMs before and you know what to do in the case that your device is stuck in a boot loop and you don't worry about your warranty and that Nox is tripped and so on, and if any problem is on your device, you know easily how to get to the stock firmware and to flash it back. So for these type of users, I would say, why not? When you want to test out Android 8.0 before all other users, you can do it. But for beginners who never flashed something like this, who never flashed TVRP, never rooted their Galaxy S7 Edge, then I would say, guys, wait just for the official release, because it's not worth it to risk something when you never have done something like that. Just wait some month, or maybe just 1 month to the official update. So yeah, that's my answer for this question. So as I said before, it's your thing. So if you want to have this feature, you can definitely flash this ROM. And the next question also is often if there are any bugs. So in the first video I have done about Android 8.0 on the S7 Edge, that was the ROM from J. So the developer have made completely another ROM, and there were issues because many people, or some people, didn't had the Wi-Fi chip from Samsung and they had Wi-Fi issues, and the ROM was buggy and the battery life was crap. So this was not a good ROM. But then HipGear, the leaker, who has also received on his S7 Edge the over-the-air update, who leaks every firmware and port it as a ROM, now always updates the ROM. So we got ERB4 as firmware to flash, then ERB6, and now we are at ERB9. And with each firmware update which is released by Samsung accidentally, there are some improvement but also some bugs. So you can check out my last videos on this, because for example in ERB9 build, which I am using now, there is a fix of the heart rate sensor issue and the fingerprint reader not working correctly. So this was fixed with this build I am running now. But in this build there are problems with the nearby services, but there is an easy workaround. And so all in all, I would say that the current version is almost bug free. So there are no major bugs which prevent using this ROM. And of course there will always be some issues here and there until it's this firmware is in its final phase. So you have to manage with some issues. And the next thing is about battery life, how the battery life is in this ROM. So I get 3.5 hours average of screen on time, so it could be better. I hope also that it will be better in the next firmware builds, but I also suppose that the battery life will be better, because they have to improve this before the official update will be released. And yeah, so I hope really that in the next firmware battery life will be around 4 or 5 hours of screen on time. And the next question I also have read a lot is about the camera. So if the camera is better. And my answer to this is yes, definitely. So you can see some improvements in the camera department. And what I also really see what was improved in the camera section for the Galaxy S7 Edge is selective focus. So selective focus was there since Android 6.0. But now it's much better. So if you don't know what selective focus is, it's something like portrait mode, just you have one camera, not a dual camera like the Galaxy Note 8 or S9 Plus. And this makes also from objects or persons the background blurry. And this was improved in Android 8.0 on the Galaxy S7 Edge. So this is something what I have noticed here. And the next question I'm getting, if voice over LTE is working in this ROM. So I can't really answer this question because I think this depends on your carrier and your region, but I don't really know if it's working. But I didn't have read an complain about voice over LTE that it's not working, so I suppose that it will work. But just wait for the official update, and then of course voice over LTE is working. Yeah guys, if you want that I will, or that I should do some videos like this in the future, I mean, not in the future, in the future, then please give this video a thumbs up. Also, I'm free for criticism, so if you have any suggestions how I can make my video better, then please leave them down below in the comments. If you have any question which I should feature in the next question and answer video, which is coming next Friday, please leave your question down below in the comments. I hope really that you like this video, and I hope that you will be soon here again on Medi's Tech Circle. I say bye everyone, and to the next video. Bye.